You're listening to Entrepreneur's Enigma, a podcast about the ups and downs of the entrepreneurial journey. Every week, your host Seth Goldstein interviews entrepreneurs from all walks of life about their entrepreneurial journeys. From store owners to Fortune 500 CEOs, we all have stories to tell. So sit back and join us for the next 20 or so minutes while we explore the entrepreneurial world.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Enigma podcast. I am, as always, your host. After 300 episodes, I'm still the host. I'm Seth with Goldstein Media and Podcast Mastery. Today I have Tony Berardo, right?
Yeah, man, nailed it.
I nailed it, nice. Who is a multifaceted creator and entrepreneur whose work spans podcasting, digital content strategy, and brand development. He is the creator and host of Humanity and Hashtags, a podcast dedicated to exploring the human connection, social trends, and modern-day challenges through meaningful, story-driven conversations. He's also the founder of Human Dad, a lifestyle apparel brand that is inspired by his fatherhood. He's got a 2-year-old, so he's in the thick of it, like I am. I'm on the other end. I have a 13-year-old, so go figure, but you know. But you probably embrace the Dadpreneur mantra, and you're a proud girl dad, which is very cool.
That's right.
I'm a boy dad, and it's different. It's different.
It's different. I'm sure there's pros and cons.
Yeah, my kid just goes through walls. He's a bam kid. That's all I gotta say. So how you doing, big guy? How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on. This is fun.
Awesome. Absolutely. So have you always been an entrepreneur at heart, or have you like dabbled in corporate a little bit? Like, well, tell me the backstory. How did this all start?
Yeah, quick cliff notes. So I spent most of my teens just kind of messing around like we do. Yeah. But my first job was actually at a movie theater when I was 17.
As most of us do.
Yeah, as most of us do, because you want free movies and popcorn. And then quickly I rose to become a supervisor there, and you get like a quarter raise or whatever it was. And that was kind of like my first taste of like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like I can schedule employees, I could pick who's working and who's not. Like I can be more of the manager and have that freaking power. Very rare that people actually, listen to you or take you seriously. But it was fun. And then I eventually went to LA Fitness, which is a health club.
Yeah,
and
they're everywhere, I think, but in LA.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, right. So I was there for a while in sales, and then kind of the same thing where I wanted more, managerial type stuff. So I ended up taking over a lot of shifts and kind of being, the intermediate weekend manager, which was cool. And then I was like, this is rad, but like, how do I work for myself, right? Mm-hmm. And eventually I got kind of dragged into kind of starting my own business.
It happens. Yes,
and it was, I was part of a really cool business structure that kind of allowed me an opportunity to learn the insides and outs of the real entrepreneur stuff when I was in my 20s. So, I decided to drop out of college and kind of go all in on running my own company, and that was good for a few years. I mean, it was great. I partnered up with a lot of great people, learned a lot, and then eventually sold a portion of my business and bounced because I wanted to kind of dip back into corporate America, and I realized that like I wasn't really ready. I was making a ton of money. I was making like $4,000, $5,000 a month, and I was spending it like crazy.
Yeah,
and
as you do.
Yeah. So I was like,
stupid, exactly.
I need to get into structure, 401k, like all that shit. So long story short, I spent the next decade in corporate America working for like big Fortune 500 companies like Coca-Cola, Monster Energy. So, and I focused more on
the experience. People not corporate. Corporate can be tough, but you learn a lot. And you learn a lot about yourself, and then you realize I don't want to do corporate anymore.
That's right. Yeah. I think it's great to like pick up knowledge and learn what not to do, and then kind of apply those same things when you run a company. So and then next thing you know, after the pandemic and a couple negative situations with these corporate schmucks, I ended up just deciding to go back in and start my own content business, which is most of my revenue right now. Probably 80% of my time is I'll create content for brands,
Very cool.
and help promote their products that I more often than not believe in, wholeheartedly.
One would hope.
One would hope.
One would hope, yeah. Exactly.
I mean, there's been a couple deals in the past where I was like, it's money, whatever.
It's exactly.
Yeah, but now I'm like,
of them are, exactly.
But now I'm at the point where I'm really comfortable to where I say no a lot to brands.
Yeah,
and
it's hard, but
I also manage social media accounts for brands if they need help with content ideation,
bandwidth and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course that same business, I run my podcast, Humanity Hashtags, and then just recently when we had a kid, I decided to start my own apparel brand, mainly because I just looked at the market and I didn't really find anything that called out to like what the shitty parts about being a parent is.
Oh god, there's tons of them too.
I mean,
there's rewards.
There's rewards.
But there's a lot more shit than there's rewards, and there's actually literally shit.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, you can't. I mean, if those people are not parents, the amount of shit, literal shit you deal with when they're babies.
It's crazy.
Holy moly.
It's crazy. So I was like, how can I kind of position us as like being, my envision was the liquid death of dad apparel, where it's like,
ooh, the liquid death of dad
right,
apparel.
where it's like it's water,
love it.
but it's edgy and it's kind of, so that's where we're at now. Is now we're kind of like branding and positioning our content to be more edgy, more relatable, and I feel like dads really can resonate with that. More importantly, the quality of the hats and the shirts are awesome, and like this is one of our hats now. So it's just been great, man. I do a lot. Sometimes my wife tells me I do too much, but it's everything that I love to do. So to me, it's not work.
You're doing it. Everyone says like if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life. No, you're still working.
You're still
working.
Yeah, you're still working.
But you're enjoying your work, which is key. So.
That is key. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
So you've done the corporate, you've done the entrepreneur, you've done the corporate again.
Right.
And then you've done the entrepreneurial journey again.
Yeah.
What is the best thing about being an entrepreneur? I mean, I obviously time, because that's the easy answer. I'll give that to you right there because you have your kid.
Yeah.
But other than time, I'm not going to let you get off that easy.
I mean, it's hard to say because that is the reason for me. I've turned down jobs that offered me, over $250,000 a year, but I would have to be away for half the week.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
a 2-year-old.
It's not that.
The most important time is then.
Yeah, and it's also like a lot of it I think has to do with I was rubbed the wrong way a lot,
Yeah.
And I think that's what's kind of hurt me a little bit with corporate. It's not. I don't think I would ever. It would have to be very lucrative and make a lot of sense for me to get back to corporate, because I was laid off due to the pandemic, and I was also laid off because the company went bankrupt, which obviously all those are out of our control. So it's like I would rather.
It gives you a bad taste when you don't have control of your destiny. Yeah.
But it's also like I would rather. It's risky for sure owning your own company, but I would rather take accountability.
Yeah.
And have 100% control than when you're at corporate, you have 0% control.
You've negative zero.
Negative. Yeah, there's no control whatsoever. So to me, it's like a lot of people like estimate like how powerful a year could be for you. And like as an entrepreneur, I feel like you really underestimate yourself a little bit because you go in kind of risky anyway. So if you're smart, you take your time and you kind of underestimate the amount of things you can do versus like when you're at corporate, you kind of overestimate because you're like, oh, I'm here and I'm going to climb the corporate ladder and I'm going to be, CMO. But none of that ever happens. It's very rare that it happens.
Very rare.
So then what are you doing there?
Most CMOs only last 18 months anyhow. So you really don't want that job.
Yeah. So then what are you doing? Right. Like if you go in with that, you're just clocking in and out. And, to what you said earlier, you got to love what you do.
You gotta love what you do. You're still working, but you gotta love what you do.
So
tell me a little bit about the podcast. How long have you been How long have you been doing the podcasting thing for?
That's probably been like close to 4 years, 5 years. I mean, I'm almost at 270 episodes, I think.
You're running my coattails. Exactly.
Yeah, dude. It is by far the best thing that I do, though.
It's fun. It kind of
It's
gets
awesome.
you out. Gets the cobwebs off. You get social interaction. It's the best.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, and I've learned a ton. Obviously, I've just from the guests that I've had, but I think I like it the most because it's allowed me to grow more as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if you're a reader and you read a lot of books, which that's great too. I'm not a reader though, but when you read, obviously you're literally getting smarter. Like you're learning new words. You're learning
actually growing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like the same as when you talk to people, especially with people you disagree with. So to me, when I have people on my show that I disagree with, or we have different ideologies, or maybe, I'm teaching them something, and they teach me something, we have to like back and forth for like 2 hours. It's so fun.
2 hours. Wow. You're one of the long ones.
Oh yeah, dude. I think the longest one I had was almost 3.
Woo!
But, yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, this is not going to go 3 hours. This is
yeah.
going to be like a 20-minute episode.
That's okay.
Of that. So,
That's okay. That's perfect. And
Exactly.
but I feel like I've learned a lot, internally for me, and I walk away.
So much from the people you have on. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've had some people that I would never have any other reason to have on other than I had a podcast.
Oh, was that right?
I had Guy Kawasaki on the program.
Wow.
And that was a huge get.
That's crazy.
That was probably the most nervous I've ever been. And I'm a former journalist. It's hard to shake me.
Yeah.
That was nerve-wracking. Because
Yeah.
he's Guy freaking Kawasaki, for crying out loud. But
that's great. Did you prepare questions or you just winged it?
I'm classically trained journalist, so I kind of know where I want to go with things.
Sure.
So I have a plan, but I don't prepare questions because it's too static.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
I mean, all these shows I do have the 3 questions that I always ask. Like, the first one we just asked was like, what's the best thing about being an entrepreneur?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other one. What keeps you up at night besides your 2-year-old?
My brain keeps me up at night. It's my kryptonite.
Oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do that. Exactly.
Oh, dude, it's the worst. It's and I think that's the powerful thing about being an entrepreneur is like, just the other day I had these crazy thoughts when I closed my eyes because me and my wife, we went through IVF to conceive our first child. And then it looks like if we want any more children, we're going to have to go through IVF again. So like we were kind of having this conversation. It costs a lot of money. It's obviously physically draining on her specifically. But
more on her, but you have to put up with the mood swings. So.
Right. Yeah. Thankfully she's not that bad. Thank God. But
all credit to the women out there. I'm not trying to be a sexist pig here. No.
Right.
They get all the credit in the world.
Yes.
We just have to deal with mood swings, which is like, that's like nothing compared to the crap that they have to go through.
Yeah. It's the least we can do.
Least we can do.
And so we're having this.
What was it? Ice cream and pickles.
Ice cream pickles. Yeah, nice. Oh. But we're having this conversation about like IVF and like having a second kid, and then I literally a second I closed my eyes, and I could envision like 5-10 years in the future where we have a couple kids, and I also thought about starting a foundation. Which this was weeks ago. And now I'm gonna do it because I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
If it doesn't leave and you wake up the next morning and you remember what the hell you were thinking about before you fell asleep, it means something. We're gonna take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show.
Yeah.
If you forget it, maybe it wasn't worth keeping around.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome,
and I found myself like if I can't not think about it or if it's consistent, I need to do it because I feel like my body's just trying to tell me something. So I think that's my kryptonite is just I can't rest. My brain does not shut off when it's supposed to. But maybe to my credit, I mean, I might not live till I'm 100 because I'm going to be so stressed. But
it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So then, what is the most important thing to carry with you all the time?
Like something tangible, or
it can go as woo woo or as tangible as you want to get, or both.
What is something that I carry with me all the time? Well, besides my wallet and keys and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of easy.
Snacks?
Oh.
For the toddler?
Oh, especially with the toddler, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
because
always
they're
care.
constantly eating. I need
Constantly
calorie
eating.
snacks for my 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Just wait. This kid, he eats us out of house and home.
I
It's
know.
from 6 to 9 at night. It is a nonstop feeding frenzy.
It is so weird. Yeah. And they eat like it doesn't even make sense how much they eat. Like, how's this possible?
Oh my
But they're growing.
god.
Yeah.
They're growing. They're growing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
No, but if I honestly had to like pick one thing, it's a fanny pack. I have a fanny pack that I strap up, and that's got my wallet, my phone, snacks for her,
But you as you just for this who are listening,
the
across the
crossover.
chest.
Yeah.
Not the 1980s way.
Not the 1980s. Sometimes if I'm feeling squirrely, depending on the outfit, if I'm wearing jeans, I might go 80s because it's a cool. It's the
Oh, you got
strap
a cool
from
one?
it's the strap from Tush Baby, so you can either have it as like a regular fanny pack or a crossover.
Oh, you went all in.
Oh,
Tush
yeah,
baby,
dude.
You went all in. You're like you are the dad there.
Oh, I don't
the
play.
Dadpreneur. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't play.
You gotta make fanny pack branded ones. Human dad fanny packs.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Now you're not gonna sleep tonight. You're welcome.
Thank you. New product.
A new
Exactly what I
product.
needed.
Exactly. So where's the biggest place you hang out online? Obviously you go to humandad.com. That's your apparel brand.
That's right.
But where's your biggest hangout?
I mean, if anybody wants to find anything about me, it's my website, which is the Berardo.
There you
So
go.
like my Instagram is also the Berardo. YouTube is the Berardo. So it's the Berardo everywhere.
I see a trend there.
Yeah. So you can go to
Smart.
theberardo.com and it's got my website, it's got my podcast, it's got my portfolio if brands want to work with me. So that's kind of that's where you can
Love
go.
it, man. This is
Yeah, dude.
awesome. So check out his apparel. It's really cool.
Thanks,
Even
man.
if you're a wannabe dad or you're gonna be a dad or you are a dad, check it out. It's wild. The podcast I started listening to it. Literally, I don't have the attention span for the 2 hours, but I listened to a little bit and I was like, "This is good. I like this." And then I switched to the next episode, listened to it a little bit more. This
Thanks,
is
man.
good, but I'm like squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel. You know,
I'm the same way. It's all good.
it's all good. All right, buddy. Well, thank you for being on.
No, dude, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Nice and quick, not a 2-hour podcast. 'Cause I couldn't do 2 hours. I'd be falling asleep over here. I don't care
It's all-
how interesting the person is. I'll be like,
That's a long time. Yeah, even a movie is tough for 2 hours. Yeah.
it is. All right, Tony, be well, my friend, and we'll see everyone next week.
That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneur's Enigma, please consider giving us a review in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps us reach new listeners. If you like Entrepreneur's Enigma, consider the other shows on the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcast.net.